Hello iChurchers, it's Dan Morrell here, part of the iChurch team, back with another tutorial on how to edit your iChurch site. The first 10 of the tutorial videos were the bread and butter really of editing your iChurch site. If you are comfortable with all 10 of those videos, then you are basically there at being a brilliant webmaster, so well done on doing that. The remainder of the videos are kind of just additional hints and tips and some advanced editing techniques that will help add some more bells and whistles to your website. They're by no means a necessity, so do feel free to stop them at any time. And of course, do understand that they are a little bit more advanced and complex, so maybe a bit more difficult to master. But as always, if you need any support with these things, then do get in touch with the iChurch team. The first of these advanced tutorials is a very simple one, and it's looking at post categories and how to add more categories into our posts, but also how to display specific post categories in specific areas of our website. So if we look at the front end of this tutorial site, you will see that there is, well, first of all, the news section, which if we go into latest news, we'll see it's displaying all of our latest news. And we also have post displays in mission, sermons, and prayers here underneath church life. So when I click on mission, for example, you'll see we've got what is being displayed are all of the posts that have the category mission. So you see the category is the third section along here. So we can use posts and post categories to put particular things in particular areas of our site, which is a very handy tool. And there are two ways you can do this. The first is very simple, and it's by going into the menu so I'm on the back end now under appearance and menus, and I can simply add a category here. So if I view all categories here, I could add the children and youth category to my menu, and you'll see it's appeared at the bottom here. It's called a category rather than a page, and I'm going to put that slightly further up. I'm going to put it under church life here. I can save the menu. When that's finished reloading, I'm going to refresh my page. We'll just wait a couple of more seconds. You see that's done now. I can refresh my page and you'll see children and youth has appeared there. And we've got the beginning of our posts. You'll see the way this is displayed, I wouldn't say is the most visually appealing. The photo is huge, and so you have to scroll down a lot before you can see the content of the post. Sorry. But this is one option, and as you can see, it's nice and simple. I'm just going to remove this option now. The second option is by using the Edit Custom Layout, which we have looked at in Lawrence's tutorials on editing the homepage, because the homepage uses a custom layout. And this is a custom layout that's specific and unique to the iChurch theme. So you are able to use the custom layout to do whatever you would like. So let's say we wanted that children's and youth category to appear. I'm going to go into pages, and first of all I need to add a page, so in the same way I would normally. So I'm going to add children and youth here, and publish the page. Doesn't matter about publishing it because it's not actually on the menu, so people won't actually be able to find it yet. And so back on my list of pages, there was one that was already created. You'll see back in 2016 here, this children and youth one. But I'm going to go to this one here. This is the one I've just created. And so when hovering over the page, I'm going to click Apply Custom Layout. And you'll see I'm presented with something that looks slightly different. It's within the framework of the classic editor. It looks a little bit like a classic editor design, but what this is basically is what we see when we're editing the custom layout of our home page. We've got sections and we've also got elements within those sections. So you only really need one section, so you can just add one and it says to get started. So we now need to add an element. And there are a huge range of different elements you can add. And this tutorial won't go into detail in any of them except for the one that's relevant to this tutorial, but there will be a tutorial later down the line on editing custom layouts and some of the options you can have. But I would encourage you certainly to have a play and see these various things that you can do. But the elements that we're concerned with today in this tutorial are these post ones. So we've got a post grid, post list, post showcase, and post slider. Now again, these are just different ways of displaying, so you can choose whichever one suits you. To give you an example, on mission, you'll see this is what's called a post list. And I believe the rest are also post lists. So sermons and prayer is actually a different section, but the post list. So if we were to add a post list, we can just click post list and then add element, and there it is. It's appeared, and click update layout. But of course, we want to choose what posts we want to display. So you see where to pull posts from. It's saying, do you want to pull it from anywhere in particular? We want to pull it from a category. And then it's saying what categories do you want to display. So we want to pick the children and youth one. You can display multiple categories if you want, or just all categories. You can choose the number of posts, you can order them in a particular way, and as you can see, there's a different other mini sub display options as well. Other bits of information that you don't really need to concern yourselves with. So that's how we display the posts in a list, which you've seen what that looks like. If we want to remove this element, then all we need to do is scroll down to the bottom of it and click delete. And you see we've got nothing there again. We could add a post grid, so that will grid them in kind of rows and columns. So again, we get them to pull from a particular category. Again, we can put them in a different order. How we display it, the number of columns and the number of rows, and that's before it goes on to the next page or invites you to go on to the next page. So again, you've got various display options here. You'll see there's other tiny minor display options here as well, about sucking an element up closer to the element that comes before it, so that just changes the spacing between the previous element. But we've only got one element here anyway, as you can see. You can also label these elements, which can be really helpful. So I could label it children's and youth posts. And then if I wanted to, this page could be a slightly different idea. I could add another post grid and I could call this, let's say this was the sermons post. So I could display all of my posts, but still categorized all in one page. You can put titles as well so that people can actually see what they're looking at. So that is the end of this tutorial. As I say, I'd encourage you to have a play with the custom layout. It's just important you always click edit custom layout when you're on the pages list. So when I'm back here on the pages list and I want to edit this page again, I need to click edit custom layout rather than edit or clicking on the page. So similar to what we were doing with the home page, we need to make sure we click edit custom layout. So we can add in other pages and apply a custom layout to them. So when it says apply rather than edit, it means it doesn't have one. You can also remove a custom layout. So if you created one, but actually you just want it to be a bog standard page, you can click clear layout. And then you can go back and we go into quick edit and change the template. So you'll see it's a custom layout here, and we just change it back to default template, which is just the same as all the others. You'll see these are default template as well. So that's how we edit our pages to display particular types of posts. As always, if you've got any more questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with the iChurch team, ichurch@urc.org.uk, or visit the website www.interactivechurch.org.uk. See you again very soon for another tutorial.